Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy Church of Caboose and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd just kind of make a quick video about Witch Queen. Just kind of like first impression, like, I don't know, stuff that I thought was kind of cool. So that's this video. I'm going to try not to give any spoilers or anything like that. I try pretty hard with the gameplay to not reveal a whole lot, so hopefully I pulled that off. So on the off chance you're worried, like, hey, spoilers, you clicked on the Witch Queen video, you might see some Witch Queen stuff. Alright, so I figured I'd put this out because the weekend's coming and people might be trying to do stuff. So first things first, the campaign. Is Legendary worth it? And yes, it's fantastic. I love the campaign. But there's something I learned with this. So for all you casual folks out there, I don't suggest the fire team. It's way easier by yourself because if you weren't aware, the campaign scales. So if you got 2 people in your fire team, there's the bosses and all the ads and stuff have more health, there's more ads, things deal more damage. If you have 3, well then it's the maximum. So if you want to make it a lot easier, do the campaign by yourself. How do I know this? Well, we had a fire team of 3, we got to a Sagira boss and we got kind of stuck. What ended up happening was we had some people that just, and myself, it's just hard with 3 people. And one of us, I think it was one of my teammates, was like, hey, I want to try this by myself. I'm just curious. Like, we were stuck there for like an hour. And then he went off, and then I went off, and then the other guy went off. And all 3 of us beat it at some point. Like, it didn't take that long. So I got, like, really quickly by myself. One of the other teammates got it within a couple of tries afterwards. And then someone else who doesn't really do endgame much, like, at all. Like, their first Grandmaster was not that long ago. Things like that from this is kind of like a new deal sort of for this guy. He ended up doing it by himself as well. It took him like not like a ton of tries, but I mean he got it eventually. So like the point being is it seemed like it's way easier by yourself. So if you're like, I want maximum efficiency, I want to do this the easiest way possible, and I want to do the legendary version, well then do the campaign by yourself. So that's kind of like my little tidbit there for the campaign. The glaive is awesome. I love the glaive. I did this on Warlock starting out. The Devour, the Void 3.0 is fantastic. I think the whole like Devour thing works really well with the glaive. I had a lot of fun with it. So hopefully that's something you guys want to try out. I think the glaive is a hoot. Some people didn't like it that much. I will say it's really useful in the solo campaign on Legendary. If you have harder content with multiple people, it didn't seem like it was doing a whole lot. So just kind of take that with a grain of salt. Some other stuff that I just really been digging with Witch Queen so far is the campaign was basically like a dungeon full of puzzles. So there's like mechanics and like runes and stuff like that you gotta kind of figure out on your own, and there's not really hints on how to do it. The campaign actually felt kind of challenging. Like I didn't feel like I was getting my teeth kicked in. There were a couple of times where there were like parts where I took more than like a handful of tries because I was either like, oh, that's new, or just screwing stuff up because I'm human, I make mistakes, things happen. So I thought the campaign was really good. I love the glaive. The crafting is pretty sweet, and just kind of something I learned with the crafting. Weapons that are like got like a red border drop every now and then as loot, and when you complete that like attunement, like you get all powered up, when you select what to attune it for, that kind of gives you different crafting materials. So you're gonna need different things to craft. So you might want to just kind of pay attention to like what you want to craft later, and just like, oh, what materials I want to get. Because if you do the same like attunement over and over, well then you're gonna get the same crafting materials over and over, and that just kind of seems like like a waste. So I figured I'd just mention that. The last thing I kind of just wanted to mention, because I want to make this kind of quick, I want to get back into Witch Queen, is I want to get back into Witch Queen. This feels really good. I really like it. It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely more like the Halo, like Bungie remember as far as like campaign difficulty goes. The story missions are all vastly longer. I think I've been averaging about an hour story mission for me. I'm sure other people go faster. Clanmates said there's about an hour themselves as well. So it seems like an hour is probably pretty common. It definitely feels like Destiny 3. I feel like with the weapon changes, you got the Void subclass changes, the campaign changes, there's like 50 weapons, the exotics are really cool. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and it feels like Destiny 3. And when you complete the campaign, there's going to be a whole bunch of missions you can do at quests with like blue symbols instead of the Witch Queen ones. Those usually will tell you like, hey, this is what rewards. I did some of them as I was going through the campaign. I left most of them for afterwards. If you're wondering about different exotics, like if you got the deluxe version of Witch Queen, you get the Astriga, the SMG that's really cool, like Recluse, with poison darts and all that stuff. You get that after you finish the campaign. I don't know if you have to do legendary or regular. I don't think it matters, but hey, let me know down below which one, if it matters, legendary or not for the Astriga SMG. Then you got the Parasite Gun, or the Yeetus Fetus as I like to call it, stuff like that. All that stuff tends to unlock more once you do the campaign. So if you're like, I want to get all the cool stuff and not worry about the campaign yet, well, you probably got to do the campaign. The new seasonal event's pretty cool too. Just a little heads up, the first time you do it, it's going to be way lower powered. The second time you do it, it's like recommended 1510 or 1500 or something, and it was way harder. We got our teeth kicked in. Just because we weren't expecting it to be that much higher or champion, so we just kind of went in there like, oh, I want to do my own thing, and that just didn't work out as well. And we eventually beat it. It just took us an embarrassingly long time. So that's just kind of Witch Queen. I really dig it. I really dig it. The glaives are cool. Oh man, I can't wait to get back in, which is, I guess it's the last thing to leave you guys with, actually. I think it's really fun. It's got lots of replayability. People are really excited to play it. I just hope it keeps up. I think it will, and I can't wait to see what Bungie has to do next. The launch for this went amazing. I hear about massive error codes happening. I got in right off the bat because I got a surprise day off work. Yay! Things just went really smoothly with the launch. I think this is a great start for a great year of Destiny. I hope you guys enjoy playing it as much as I do. Let me know down below. What do you think? You like the campaign? You think it's stupid? Have you done Legendary? Have you done the normal version? Have you gotten any of the cool exotics? Any tips? Stuff like that. Let me know down below. Other thing I would like to know is, should I do videos about how to beat the different campaign bosses? Because some of them are actually challenging enough where it could be useful to have some like little tips for different bosses. But I don't know. Like, I felt like for me they weren't super hard to figure out and like get strats for. Other people were like, hey, like I could use some tips like in our clan, and we're like, hey, try this, try that. Mostly I was like, use a sword and Wither Horde, and that seemed to work pretty well. So just let me know. Maybe those could be some videos that I do here in the future once people have had enough time who want to be blind get through it or something. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I am Church of Caboose. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.